Hi, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Breakthrough with me, your host, Tess Timmons. Hey, last time when I had on Fund for Teachers and talked to their chief operator, Stephanie, there have been a slew of questions from people reaching out to me wanting to know a little bit more about Fund for Teachers. So this will be a quick episode to answer some questions. First, what you need to know is today is November 18th when this drops. November 20th, just 2 days away, there is a live streaming with Fund for Teachers where they're going to be able to answer any of your questions. So I'll put a link below. Also, shout out Sarah Gooding has already looked at the website of Fund for Teachers and found some of their sample proposals and how to outline your proposal. So I will drop a link to that as well. Way to go, Sarah. I'm pretty sure you're on your way to getting chosen. A few more questions that people have asked me. With Fund for Teachers, is this too good to be true? It's not too good to be true. I'm so excited for you teachers to have this opportunity. And if we get more donors, we can affect more teachers, which then in turn affects more classrooms. So everybody jump on this opportunity. Okay, next question was, how do I choose a country? Okay, that one is probably the hardest part of this entire experience. But what a joyful thing to have to choose, right? When I was choosing Costa Rica, I thought about the fact that $5,000 would be eaten up pretty quickly if I flew to Asia or Europe. So I wanted to be able to spend that money completely on my trip. So you need to understand and look at your own budget. Is this going toward a trip that I've already planning on taking? Or is this money going to be completely that trip? Then next, you want to think about why are you choosing the school you're choosing? One reason Costa Rica worked with my school is because my school is 98% Latino. So if I am immersed in a Spanish-speaking culture, it's going to help me pick up a little bit more Spanish to talk to the parents and students that I serve, right? Another reason that I chose Costa Rica is because my school at the time was going through a Blue Zone certification, and Costa Rica was also a part of they're one of the countries that has Blue Zone. So that worked for mine as well. I also wanted to go and visit the Real World School in Costa Rica, which has a lot of expats from all over the world. One reason I wanted to do that is because I've been studying different schools around the globe and how they're outperforming America. So I wanted to go and see, and yeah, they totally are. So I wanted to go and bring that information back for my students, for America, and to make this place better, right? There's much more to my proposal, but those are a couple cues for you to start dreaming up what your proposal will be. Another question was, if I want to team up with someone else, what are the rules behind that? Okay, let's say you want to team up with another teacher at your school. That's $10,000 sending the two of you somewhere, and you can directly affect change back at your school. What if you know a teacher that you haven't seen in a while? Shout out Bethany in New York. I could team up with Bethany and we could go on a trip together. That's $10,000. That's one teacher in California, one teacher in New York, affecting change in American school system. Do I have to leave the country? No. There are several teachers last year that went to an academy. Let me look it up. This school. They went to an academy that is located in one of the southern states in America. And it was so interesting. Ron Clark Academy, shout out. I have been following that school ever since I saw it on Fund for Teachers. So you don't have to leave America. And also, I'm coming to go see that school. It's blowing my mind. Might be one of the best schools in America, I think. Another question was, what if my partner, significant other, is also a teacher? Yes, you and that other person, let's say your partner works at a different district. The two of you can now go on a trip together with $10,000 and directly affect change at your two different schools. And you're a couple. C'est la vie. What a great experience for the two of you. Another question was, what if I want to bring my significant other or my children on the trip, but they are not teachers? Hey, you can do that. Yes, you can. Okay, so all you have to do is when you turn in your receipts, you itemize all of that information and show that. So you bought 4 airline tickets. 2 are your children, 1 is your significant other, and the 1 airline ticket is yours. You have to make sure that that $5,000 is only spent on you, okay? Well, what if I have to take a taxi from the airport to the Airbnb? How do I justify that? Well, you had to get there, right? So I think that one's on you. Okay, so I hope that those are some tips for you. On November 20th, there's an all live with Fun for Teachers. Also, if you are a teacher of color, there are specific tutorials for you weekly with Fun for Teachers. If you are a teacher in a rural area, that means that usually in America, we don't have enough funding for those teachers. There is a specific pocket and training for you because you might be unfortunately behind because your schools are unable to serve you with the amount of money given. Why would that be? Some of us might ask who are voters but are maybe not up to date with how money is funneled into schools in America. That, my friends, is going to be another podcast episode that I will talk to you about because I think every voter should go into their local school and take a walking tour. What are the students learning? What's going on with their phones? What's going on with their Chromebooks? What are you paying for? And I don't have children of my own, but I want to go inside the schools around me because my tax dollars are paying for it. And do I understand how those funds are being allocated? That's a whole nother episode, but it's an important one. Hey, when we are looking at breaking through, we want to be thinking about how do we advocate into our political new infrastructure and how do we demand the change that we want, right? I'll give you 2 examples before this little episode is over. One example that I heard from teacher Ponce, I mean, get your wheels spinning on this one. Hey, we do certain funding for military. What if teachers didn't have to pay income tax? What if they didn't have to pay taxes? They're already serving and they are already underpaid. Could they then afford a home within the community they serve in? Could they afford to go on a vacation? Could they afford to just buy groceries? Do we know how tough it is out there for teachers? I'm telling you, facts in America. Our teachers are barely able to eat. We need to support them, okay? Another idea about funding for teachers. What if they were paid over the summer but didn't work? What? Why would we just hand out money to people like that? Why not? Hey, check this out. During COVID, how many of you had children in daycare but paid for that service because you didn't want to lose your spot? What if we treated our teachers that same way? We don't want them to lose their spot now, do we? They might be hunting for another school. Keep them with you. So, as the voters, you get to decide, tell and demand your local mayors, government, school board to start putting the money into the teachers' hands. They know what the school needs, and teachers take money out of their own pocketbook and give it to the kids all the time. So let's start looking at the district funding. Let's start looking at our board of directors. Let's start looking at our local mayors and how can we look at these infrastructures and help make our schools wonderful so that every student thrives, so that every teacher is supported enough to help our students thrive. I don't have children of my own, but all the schools around me, all the schools in America, all the schools in the world, I want every child to dream big and hit every opportunity they can. Invent anything that they can so that we're all living out our dreams together. Oh man, it's going to make the world such a beautiful place. All right, take care. See you soon. Like, subscribe. You know what to do. Share this podcast. Let's grow together. Pull up a chair, write in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. See you later.